This is part of the sprawling estate of one of the 20th century's most prolific writers, Jack London, located above the village of Glen Ellen in Sonoma Valley, California. Jack and his wife Charmian wanted to build their dream house here, a 26-room arts and crafts style mansion made of stone and wood known as Wolf House. But on the night of August 22nd, 1913, just weeks before they were due to move in, their dream turned to ashes. The house burned to the ground in a massive fire, leaving only the stone walls. We'll cover Jack London's life in more detail in another video, but suffice it to say his output is astonishing. He published more than 50 books, hundreds of short stories, was a journalist and a photographer. He traveled the world, including Europe, Asia, the South Pacific with Charmian in their own custom-built sailboat. He led an amazing life in only 40 short years, and it was here, Beauty Ranch, that he considered home. Construction of Wolf House started in 1910. By the time of the fire, 3 years later, the house is only about 2 weeks away from completion. It had a massive library, a writing area, staff quarters, a reflecting pool to be stocked with fish, and a number of innovations including modern plumbing, electric lighting, built-in vacuum, and of course, a wine cellar. Wolf House had wooden flooring, paneling and cabinets under a red tile roof. The cost? Somewhere around $80,000, or about $2.5 million today. So this would have been the reflecting pool, and beyond it, the two-story living room. Can you imagine standing at the edge, looking down into that stocked with fish? And to the left was the library. It's just hard to imagine what it would have been like in arts and crafts style. And to the right, guest quarters. Charmian's apartment would have been right there at about the third floor with her own bath. And then right in the middle was Jack's tower. Now, you can't really tell nowadays because all the trees have grown back, but this was open and the view of the Sonoma Valley must have been stunning. This would have been what we would call today Jack's man cave, and then above it, the two-story living room. Over to the right is where the reflecting pool is. It says, "I am building my dream house on my dream ranch. My house will be standing, act of God permitting, for 1,000 years." The loss of the house was crushing to the couple, but especially to Jack. His wife wrote, "The razing of his house killed something in Jack, and he never ceased to feel the tragic inner sense of loss." The cause of the fire? Not clear. Arson was suspected but never proven. A forensic study was done in 1995 that lays the blame on improperly handled oil-soaked rags that had been used to finish the wooden interior. Spontaneous combustion. Once the fire got going, there was nothing that could stop it. The interior went up. The floors, paneling, and wooden superstructure burned away, and it collapsed into itself. Jack vowed to rebuild, but the building was underinsured and his health was failing. He died 3 years later, maybe of a broken heart. He's interred here on the property next to Charmian. Standing on the side of a tragedy for a man who gave so much of himself to the world, the sense of heartbreak is palpable. See you on the next one.